So someone else is doing the work that you used to do and getting praised for it. Here's how to handle that without spiraling. Hi, I'm Tara, and I help you make sense of burnout without making you the problem. Now, you already know step one. You detached. You stopped carrying work that wasn't yours, and you set that boundary. Huzzah! And we talked about step two. What happens after? When someone else picks up what you put down, and suddenly they're the hero for doing it. And you're sitting there feeling bitter, even though you're the one who made the strategic choice to let it go. Here's what to do with that feeling. First, check if you're actually upset about the credit or if you're upset about something else. Sometimes the bitterness isn't really about them getting praised. It's about the fact that the work is still getting done without you, and nobody seems to care that you're not doing it anymore. That's an entirely different problem. That's realizing that you might not have been as essential as you thought, and that stings in a different way. Second, ask yourself if you want the work back. Not the credit, but the actual work. Because if the answer is no, then what you're really mourning is the recognition, not the responsibility. And that tells you something useful about what you actually need to go after. Third, notice if you're still hovering around the work. If you're offering advice that they didn't ask for, or pointing out what they're doing wrong, or staying informed about how it's going, you're not letting it go. You're just watching it from a distance and keeping yourself invested. Let them figure it out. Let them make mistakes. Let them get credit for doing it their way instead of yours. Fourth, redirect your attention to something you're building. The reason this bothers you so much is because you're focused on what they're getting instead of what you're creating with the space that you freed up. If you detach but you didn't replace the work with something that matters to you, you're just sitting in a void resenting other people's wins. And fifth, expect this to happen again. Every time they get recognized, you're gonna feel something. Maybe it's a twinge, maybe it's full-on resentment, but either way, it doesn't mean that you made the wrong call by detaching. It just means that you're human and you're still working through what it means to let go. You don't have to make the feeling mean anything. Just notice it, let it be uncomfortable, and then move on. Be sure to save this for the next time you feel resentful about someone else's recognition.